Hi there everybody, this is Ellen and this is my weekly video, and I'm here in this beautiful, magical, sacred place in Glastonbury still, and this is filmed a little bit early. I'm filming this on Monday, the 1st of April, but the video is for Friday the 5th of April for the new moon. So I wanted to take advantage of this incredible place. We've got some beautiful friends here. We've got these sheep with us in this beautiful place. This is Weriel Hill, and this is an ancient, very, very powerful sacred site here in Glastonbury. As you can see, it's got spectacular views over the town and over the Tor, and also it's special because of this beautiful sacred holy thorn tree. And as you can see, this tree has suffered some damage, and I'll talk about that because that's also quite significant. But this tree is a hawthorn tree that has been here for many, well, actually this particular tree was planted in 1951 for the coronation, I think, but it's replacing an ancient tree that was here for many, many centuries, and this is said to be the holy thorn where Joseph of Arimathea came here, and he came to Britain. He put his sacred staff into the earth, and from that grew this beautiful, incredible, flourishing hawthorn tree. So the hawthorn tree, very sacred, very magical within the pagan tradition. So we're bringing together paganism and the Christianity in one incredible story and reality of one sacred tree. So this has been a healing place for many centuries where people have come and sought wisdom and healing and comfort. So then during the English Civil War, this tree was taken away and burned because the tree was wicked, because it was associated with myth and superstition, which is a grain of truth in that, because it was, was a pagan Christian meld of magic going on there, and that wasn't very popular with the Puritans. So it was taken away and burned and destroyed, and that's why it has been replanted here as a symbol of hope in the time of the coronation. And every year a cutting was given to the Queen at Christmas. So still these ancient traditions persisted, and then it got vandalised. 2010, somebody decided to cut all the branches off and desecrate the tree. So this is a great, another great trauma and another great loss. And what I find so magical is, even though the tree is, pretty clearly a dead tree, although there have been some stories that it is still alive and has sprouted, people are still coming here as a place of pilgrimage. You can see all these beautiful ribbons behind me, an ancient pagan tradition of placing a ribbon on a sacred tree. So people are still seeking healing here, and I feel this place has incredible healing for us. Now this new moon is going to be a time of great intensity for us. New moon in Aries. Aries is the sign of dynamism, forward movement, selfhood. So this will be in many ways a very forward looking new moon, but coming after these super moons we've still got the old and the intense, because the moon is squaring Saturn. Saturn restrictions the old. I can't move forward, I have too much baggage, my past is too heavy, it's too difficult, I'm too restricted. That's the feeling that will come up as well, potentially. Okay, so it's almost like a young warrior, excited, purposeful, but his feet or her feet are stuck in the mud. So this is the tension that we're going to be feeling potentially on this new moon, and you might be feeling it. So I'm going to guide you through a little visualization to connect you to this sacred place, and hopefully we can dislodge some of this old energy, because as you can see, this place and this tree has held a lot of trauma, history, as well as magic history. Everything's all swirling around here. So two goddesses I want to talk to you about. Artemis, the moon goddess. Now I'm not really going to talk about her a lot, except to say this is the energy of the Aries new moon, purposeful, dynamic. Artemis, a free spirit. So again, we've got that free spirit energy that I was talking about last week. I'm me, I'm here, I'm going to move forward, I know what I'm doing, and no one's going to hold me back. Artemis never compromised, she's wild, she's free spirited. So this is the incoming energy, but I want to focus more on this goddess today. I asked the tree who I needed to talk about, and it picked this card, Blood. Now, interestingly, when I looked it up, I didn't really know much about Blood. Blood is the May Queen. She, amongst many things, she is the May Queen goddess. This is a sacred tradition, this sort of time of year where the May Queen is crowned. So, and Blood very much to do with the sovereignty of the land, the fact that the land gives consent for the king or ruler to be there. This is very, very, very ancient in a lot of traditions, that you do not rule the land, you do not dominate the land, you are a king or a queen or a ruler or a leader, because the land is giving you its blessing and giving you its love, and this is something we can't take. Now, her story is interesting, because her story is that she was married to Lu, the sun god, the king, but she didn't like him that much, or she can't, no, maybe not for long, because then she met a beautiful young man and she fell in love, but the only way she could get away was to plot this elaborate murder of her husband. So she's been given a very bad, but he had to bring about his own downfall. She had to get him in a position where I can't remember what the story is, but it's like standing on one leg in a thatched cottage or something like that. So she had to get him in a position where he was able to be killed. So he sort of almost brought about his own death. So what is all that about? What does it all mean, apart from being a little bit sort of rather patriarchal? Well, I think with her being the sovereignty we all have within us, the connection we have to the sacred land, and the fact that we are a piece of sacred land ourselves. So this is really, I think the story is about, well, we can make these false contracts, we can get entangled with people, we can feel like it's a good idea at the time, it can be a good idea at the time, but then we might find something else that we're really passionate about, that really does resonate with us and is really right for our sovereignty, and sometimes we have to do away with the old thing, or it has to bring about its own destruction. And this isn't about going and bumping off people, hopefully. It's actually about, sometimes we have to bring about the destruction of the parts of ourselves that are not useful anymore, and we have to go the long way round and almost trick those parts of ourselves to come out of the woodwork in order to be released and to go, so that we can truly be reunited with what we really love. So that's Blood. I could talk about her more, because she's an owl goddess. Her name means owl, means flower face. She's a Welsh goddess. There's so many things I could talk about, but that's what I'm going to talk about today. Now I've got a couple of crystals here with me. I'm going to talk about this one, which is Vesuvianite. And this is very, very good for courage to move forward, determination, free will. So this will support us, I think, on our journey. So I'm going to do a little visualization with you to connect you to this beautiful sacred place, and hopefully if some of the themes that I've talked about have resonated with you, then you might find this helpful. So close your eyes and take a deep breath. bring yourself to the sacred place, the hill of dreams, as a reason why you're tuning into this place, and this place is connecting with you today. Feel that ancient connection, feel the sacred lands of Britain, feel the traumas and the pain that we have been through of civil war in the past. And this is an energy that's come up again right now. People divided in this sacred land. And feel yourself as a beautiful piece of sacred land. Feel your body as a piece of sacred land. And where is your civil war? What parts of you have been fighting? What parts of you need to reach peace with the past? You see a beautiful young maiden, the May Queen, Mrs. Bloodyewood. She's called the Flower Face. She's full of the sacred flowering energy of spring. She shows you something. She shows you a person, a memory, an object from the past. It needs to be seen right now. You need to reclaim your energy. Acknowledge and honour that person, experience or place. And you can give them a gift. You can give them a parting gift of a piece of flowering May blossom. Thank them for whatever experiences you have had with them, even if these are very traumatic experiences or difficult experiences. You can thank them for the wisdom without acknowledging that these experiences were right. And now this person or this memory turns and walks away. You need to renew yourself now. You find yourself holding a sacred sprig of this holy tree. It's blossoming and growing just like you. Feel your connection. You can always bring yourself back into love and life. Thank Bloodyewood for her messages. Thank this ancient, sacred, holy tree for connecting with you today. Thank the ancestors of this land. And now you're ready to return back to the present place and time, feeling yourself returning. Feel your feet on the floor. Notice any sounds where you are. When you're ready, open your eyes. Best to be. Okay. So there we go. And that was a little visualization for you. And I hope you found it beautiful. And we can really renew ourselves by connecting with these ancient trees and the tree wisdom. We've had 3 beautiful companions here today, these beautiful sheep, and you can see they're really drawn to this beautiful tree, aren't they? So we can thank them as well for their beautiful support. Yeah, I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you have a great new moon, and I'll see you again next week. Bye bye.